Welcome back to Strong's Little Farmhouse. If you're new here, we bought this 101-year-old farmhouse and it needs a lot of work. So we've been slowly working on projects one step at a time, doing our best to DIY this entire house. Today what we're doing is creating a cover for our heat pump. So we had this heat pump unit installed and it's been fabulous. This is where the previous heat pump was, or air conditioning unit was, but because we put it right where it was, we didn't think about rainfall. And this corner of the house right here puts out a tremendous amount of waterfall, and guess where it goes? Right in the center of our heat pump. Now we're going to make a really super simple project. We're just making two squares that we're going to attach together and put a lid on top to divert the water. And then we'll come back later and make it pretty, but we just want to get the water out of the air conditioner. So we are using reclaimed wood from different projects. We've got boards from the concrete pour that we used for the framing. We've got boards from a little cabinet build we did earlier. And we have boards from the lean-to shed that we tore down at the back of the house. Wood is so crazy priced that we are using what we've got. Everything's got a little bit of bow, nothing's gonna be perfectly square, but it just won't matter.
You wanna talk about using everything that you own. Look at this board, how crooked it is. But we're using it anyway, and we're just gonna make it work.
Yep. The rain is coming tomorrow, so we just have to get this project done with what we've got, and we can make a more aesthetically pleasing build when we've got time. We'll paint it white to match the house, and it'll look great. Never seen a spider like that before. Look at that super green, super creepy spider. Never seen a spider like that. It looks like his legs are jeweled. They're super hairy. Look at that. Oh, it's so cool and so gross at the same time. Texas. Spiders for everybody. So, gorilla cart to the rescue again. We've got our basic cage built with our wonky wood. I'm gonna pull the cart and Mark's gonna carry the frame, and then we're gonna go set it around the AC unit. We have this crossbar piece right here that is just used for bracing so it doesn't get out of square. Let me tell you, it's not square, but we don't want it falling apart. Right, Mark?
That's right, in our long trek around the house. You know what they say about filming and driving?
Okay, you're totally in control of the cube.
I am.
All right, I'm only in control of the gorilla cart.
Let's get around the house before anybody sees it.
Okay, change of plans. We were going to get rid of this lattice, but instead we're going to nail the lattice onto the side of the box once we put it in there. That will make a good enough concealment until we can have time to build a much nicer box to cover our air conditioning unit. The whole point is to deter, distract, and divert the water. Deter the thieves, distract from the ugly air conditioning box, and divert the water. That's the keywords for today. Deter, distract, and divert. I can't even remember them. New plan. I think this is plan F. So there's this hose and piping and electrical and drainage and all that come out of the wall. So easy fix. We're just going to move this board up to about here, and then this will be a leg that will just go over the top of the pipes. So we've moved this board up. We've got about a foot here. So now we're gonna see if that'll work.
So, yeah, because we need to get more square.
Okay.
Off it comes.
Off it comes. Ah. This is the problem we had before because we got to go down, so we got to tip it this way, right?
Let's see now. Well, let's give it a shot this way first.
We already tried it, babe. We couldn't make it.
We could if we tried harder.
Okay, so this board has to come up here so that we can get it around the cement pad that is underneath the AC. Go. Now you can really see how crooked this board is. All of this wood is super crooked, but we used what we had and we didn't want to go buy anything new. So even with our super crooked, wonky boards, it came out actually pretty square. We're shocked. However, we've decided the other side needs a brace to keep it nice and stable and square. Since it amazingly came out square, we're going to add this board in on this far side that was going to be the open edge, and then we'll put on the lattice and we'll be done. Now, do we need to take it off?
No.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, we ready?
So we had a little problem with the piece splitting because this stuff is so old and decrepit. So, but then Mark used a special technique down here and it didn't split at all. So he's going to show you how that works on this one over here.
So we learned a trick on YouTube. What was that web or the YouTube channel?
DIY renovations.
DIY renovation. He's a master carpenter, and he taught us that if you, and I'm not sure how it works, but it does. If you put a screw in and reverse it for a little bit, just a tiny bit, and then before you screw it in, it won't split the wood. And I don't understand why, but it works.
Also, not driving it all the way in too far will keep it from splitting too.
All right, let's put the top ones on.
now we've got this really gross, old, beat up lattice that we're gonna trim down this edge here because we want to put this on the front for the best coverage for distraction and what's the 3 words?
Subterfuge. No?
Diversion, distraction, and
Concealment.
no, it's suspense of the beast. Discreet. No, what's the word when you don't want a robber to see your house, so you try to
shoot him. No, that's not it. That's right. That starts with an S.
Deterrent.
Oh, deterrent. Yeah.
So as a deterrent, we want to cover this front part too, so that if you're passing by, you can't see the AC unit. So Mark is using a multi-tool. If we tried to use a handsaw on this, it would break this thing completely apart because it's so old and decayed. And also, we thought about a sawzall, but a sawzall has such a hard action on the blade, it would also damage this versus getting it cut nice and clean. So
you don't want to use the sawzall for delicate work. Hacking, cutting, and slashing is what a sawzall is good for.
But and then we thought about a jigsaw, but a jigsaw has the plate, and controlling that, it's just not going to be as good either. So Mark thought, let's break out that multi-tool that we've barely ever used, and I think it's going to be the right tool for the job. So,
well, we'll see. This still may tear it all to pieces. This thing's pretty.
It is pretty flimsy and in a shambles. So as you can see, this is old and decayed and falling apart and in complete shambles. But again, we're trying to reuse what we already have for right now, and this is just from the road. This is going to be fine. I can throw a bit of paint on this and it'll help it out, but for right now, this is going to be it. Ooh, I didn't notice we have this backwards. It's okay. It makes a beautiful chevron effect. I'm just going to go with that.
We meant to do that.
We meant to do that. All right. Okay, next problem. So when we cut these off of this side, they aren't quite long enough to go all the way across, so we're going to put them vertical. It's going to solve the problem. And again, this is just for deterrent. We do not care what this looks like really. So this is going to be good enough. All right, now the top, and we're done. If you see on our previous video, we had a lean-to shed from the previous owner that was totally decaying, and we ripped it down, and it was so much fun. So some of the boards from that are in here, and now we're gonna use the metal roofing that was on that for the top of this. All right, we bought some metal snips that we're gonna use to try and cut this. If it doesn't go well, then we're going to use the jigsaw or the skill saw. All right, so when Mark took the shed apart, he actually saved the screws that have the washers, so we've got the proper screws without having to buy any. On this edge, we're gonna be able to use the existing holes, line up with our board, but up here, Mark is going to have to do it all on his own, poor thing.
Pour me.
Pour you. That's the back of Mark's head. You can't see anything from this angle.
Watch out for the glare.
Could you do it with the other hand? Because we can't see the viewers. We're gonna dissuade our viewers being able to see.
Lucky for you, I'm ambidextrous.
You
with
are
tools.
ambidextrous.
With tools. I can even sign my name with both hands, but one of them you can't read at all, and the other one is the hand I don't normally use.
There's a lot of hot air coming out of this.
Are you talking about the air conditioner or?
You a funny girl, you make me do that.
Okay, now can you say it again because the air conditioner's on? I bet nobody heard you. So you could say, I bet there's a lot.
There's an awful lot of hot air coming out from under here. Not that one?
Yeah, that's the words, but not like there's an awful lot of hot air coming.
Awful lot of hot air coming out of this one. I am a method actor.
I'm sure you are. I'm just not sure what method you're using.
There's madness to my method.
I think it's just madness. Look at that! It's hideous! One more step and we're done.
Put down some sealer. It's not that it's a big deal, because I mean this thing is far from being watertight.
You can tell by the open lattice work on the sides.
Yeah, but whatever little bit we can do
To divert.
to divert the water, because it's supposed to start raining at midnight tonight, and then it's supposed to rain for the rest of the week.
So that's why we're putting this hustle bit of work together instead of making a beautiful, decorative cover. This little monstrosity is going to be what saves us from having water dumping right into the AC.
Yeah, with this stupid COVID thing and everything else that's going on in our country, supply chains have been cut off. And he has had the hardest time getting parts and supplies. Sorry, I had to speak up over the air conditioner.
Mark is standing next to our beautiful creation. Well, up close, it's not beautiful. It's hideous.
No, from far away it's hideous too, but it'll work.
Yeah, it's still not beautiful, even from here. It is a little less hideous, though. And it's a lot more discreet than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
So I think it's good. Oh yeah, from here it looks great! Because you can't see it at all, which is exactly what we wanted.